why are Whittaker's going into the beer market?
We analyzed a lot of data recently, and we found out that it's going to be a great opportunity for us.
Yep.
So how do you feel about this?
Well, Whittaker's is a great brand. I think it's probably a good idea having a chocolate beer. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, one of the biggest advantages of it is that it has a lower percentage of alcohol in it.
Okay.
So it is very smooth and light, so it would help people avoid the alcohol intoxication.
Okay, well that's important these days because we do seem to have a bit of a drink drive problem here in New Zealand. Yeah.
So let's talk about your store. Where are you going to place it? Where do you think is going to be the best?
Well, I do have a range of beers. I've got a range of wines as well. Yeah, and I'm always looking for new opportunities. Not too sure on shelf space at this stage, but certainly interested to hear more about it.
That's great. That's really great. So the cost of the bottle in the store is going to be around $7, right? But
That's $7 to me.
no, it's $7 for the
Customer.
customer.
Yep.
But for you, it's going to be only $3 per bottle,
Okay.
which is if it 12 bottles packed, it's going to be $88. Or so you will do 130% of margin. How do you find this?
That's actually a slightly better margin than I'm getting on most of my products. Actually, that sounds really good. Yeah.
So
Okay, so we've just covered the price immediately by, instead of saying, hey, it's $7, $3 margin. Okay, so I've taken it off. That example we talked about on the board overcomes the discrepancy of, I'm not going to make any money out of this. Okay, so the value for money question. Okay,
But the
while we talked about it, you can use it in this presentation, but think about how you're going to do it with the organic wine. Okay, look at the market. So that was good.
but you can have doubts on will customers pay $7 per bottle. So we actually did a survey with our customers. You can look at this. if you
Okay,
want to.
yep.
So most of the states they are said that they are ready to pay if it comes to retaken brand.
Yep.
Because as you know, it's one of the most trusted brands in New Zealand. So
Like, I understand the Whittaker's brand, they were going into a new market. Who's actually going to buy this, so Helen?
well, you can find it here, but most of our customers we aim to the women
Oh, okay.
because women usually don't like beer.
No, not in this shop, they don't. Yeah.
Me myself, I don't like it at all.
Oh, don't you?
Yeah.
And yet you're selling this as well, yeah.
But because if you try this,
Yep.
you find the taste is very unique and the aftertaste is sweet.
Okay.
And women usually like this one.
Have you done some testing on the product before? Yeah. Yeah.
Is everything here?
Okay. You ask a question. I want to know if it's been tested. Here's the data. Okay? Direct way to overcome that objection. Yep, we've got it. Here's the data. So be prepared. Yep.
And we also, because it's a craft beer, one of our potential customers are people who like very unique and exclusive kinds of beer, like use.
Yep.
So yeah, we think it's going to be really.
Yeah. I think the problem I see is I don't actually have a lot of women coming into the shop to buy beer. So while it seems like a good product, I'm not too sure how much I would ever sell of this.
Here we go.
Okay. Who can handle that one?
But as I said,
Okay, Helen. Hop,
Get
grab here.
out.
Freddie. No, stay close so you can listen. Yep. Okay, grab a seat.
Get in.
Not
Get
too
in
close,
here.
yeah. Okay, I want people to be listening and looking at how it goes. Okay, so I don't have a lot of women coming in here and buying beer, so I'm not too sure how much I'd sell of this.
Yeah, I think because of the the majority of the beer target market aims to male market. So, but in this case, our new product, chocolate beer, we aim to female market. So we try to put more promotion and advertising aim on female market. I think this will lead more female customers into your restaurant.
Yeah, wine shop, yeah.
Yes, shop, sorry.
But can I ask you, like,
Yep.
do you want like the percentage of women customer to grow in your market?
Exactly,
It's
so
a great
turn it
opportunity.
around, You've given me an answer, but you haven't clarified the question. So, Helen?
I'm in the game.
Again.
So
Okay.
do you want the percentage of women customers?
Yeah,
to grow
I
in
think
your
that would be
market?
great because that's going to grow my market. My problem is they don't actually come in at the moment.
So here that I said that we are doing an advertisement campaign when we're going to put the name
Okay,
of the
so
store.
ask another question. So what would you like to see to get women in here? Okay, get the answer from the person or clarify it. I've identified, yes, I want to grow the market with women buying beer. I think it's a great product. My question is, I don't have women coming in. Oh, you like the idea of growing the market? Yes. What do you want to see then? Okay? All the advertising that's going out there, could I have my liquor outlet listed in some of the local advertising so they know I've got it? Okay? So keep on clarifying. You may have the answer, like you had a good answer, but if I've got an answer, you need to find out what that is. So keep the conversation going, and then maybe it all comes out as a conversation. You don't have to actually come up with the answer. Okay, you carry on, Freddie.
Okay, so I think it's the good opportunity for both of us to expand our target market into a female. So what do you think about this?
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. And, my business is reasonably static at the moment. I've got good customers, but it's not growing at all. So I see this as probably a good opportunity.
Yes, and may I ask what kind of marketing activity is work efficiently in the most efficient way?
Well, we've had new products in the past, and local advertising to my local customers has always brought a few in. I think I have a couple of staff members who don't know anything about this. Maybe if you've got some product that we can give to them so they can taste it and make sure that they feel comfortable with it, then I think that would be a good approach.
Yeah, I think it's no problem. We can give you some of our demonstration beer products and sampling it. And as well as a training program as well to your staff. It might be give your staff capability for the product. Perhaps the product.
Yeah, like at the moment I think it's a great idea, and at the moment I'm sort of fully stocked up coming up to Christmas, so I'm thinking maybe January we need to look at maybe putting a little bit of this in.
So yeah, that's good to hear that. And what how much for the case you
I think we just put in a case or so and see how it goes, yeah.
and in terms of
Okay, stop. I just said I don't want to buy now, I'm going to look at it in January. Okay, who's going to take over and handle that? Because I've just said no, I'm not going to order now. I like the product, but I'm not going to buy until January. Art, do you want to? Yeah, so I've got a bit of a problem with stock, so I've just put a heap in for Christmas, so I'm thinking January is probably the time to look at this.
Yeah, just analyze your data regarding the opportunity for this December. Of course, December is most likely for Christmas.
Yep.
How about taking the advantage of having a new product in your store, which is like the Whittaker's beer, to promote in the market as well? How do you like the opportunity for that?
Yeah, but the trouble is at the moment I haven't got the room, like I just need to you know, get rid of some of my stock at the moment. That's the problem.
Yeah, actually we also have a same problem. with
Okay. What should he be doing?
your friends.
Question.
A question, yeah, turn it into a question. Okay, now you've already said you like the margin and you like the idea of growing your business. How can we make this work so we make the most of Christmas? Okay, ask the question. Ask the question. Because I've put a roadblock in. I haven't said I'm not going to buy it. So that's a positive. You've already had a couple of buying signals. I said to Freddie, I really like the idea of this. That's a buying signal. What he should have said was, now, we can order 20 cases and have it delivered next week. And that will line up with the promotional program I put in. Just test the water, okay? Always test the water. So we've got this problem. So you need to overcome it. Okay? Don't give me an answer because you don't know what my problem is. Well, you do, it's stock. But you don't know what I'm thinking about stock. So what's the question?
So usually in the month, how long does it take for you for the offtake for your like have a free time for the stocks to overcome?
Well, my stock's moving all the time now, and I'm popping up sort of on a fortnightly basis. So.
Oh yeah. So how do you like for example like after the first week we can give you a few cases for the at least for the sampling for the product. How would you like that?
Yep. Let's look at it. I like the idea of the product certainly. Yep.
Yeah, and regarding the display and stock, we have some kiosks here that you can put in your store. We usually do in our different store. How would you like to see it in your store?
That's a good idea because I haven't actually got shelf room. But if you've got a display unit, we can put it on. I think that would actually work.
Yeah, usually we have different sizes here. How would you like to see which size that fits in your store?
Yep. Well, yeah, as we walk in, there's a little space on the right. I think if we start there, if it's popular, I'm quite happy to put more in and we'll move it around a bit. But I think that probably overcomes
Yeah,
the stock
actually, it's
problem.
a really great idea to put in the front. So for the stocks, we're usually in the first week we can make a few stock for overcome, and if we can see the offtake regarding the item, usually to overcome this past few weeks, especially with the great opportunity to have for this Christmas season, I think it will be a great benefit. And if we see the offtake, we can try to more discuss about the more ordering for the next few
Okay.
weeks.
Yep. Sounds good. Yep.
Yeah.
It sounds good.
Yeah.
What a nice.
So how
Buying signal, buying signal, buying signal.
So how would you like to also I would like to say we like to do around 5 to 3 cases for the first week of December.
Yep, I think we need to put some in. The problem at this time of year, though, is actually cash flow. Having to pay for it sort of reasonably quickly is a problem because I haven't actually generated any money out of it. So that's a wee bit of a negative for me.
Oh, thank you for bringing up that question. However, we have some.
No. No, you don't have anything. What do you do?
Ask questions.
Yeah.
So how would you like to process in terms of your purchasing method? I mean, payment method.
Well, you understand cash flow can be
Yes.
a problem this time of the year. I just wonder if we can delay payment a little bit until I generate some income out of it. How does that sound?
Yeah, actually for us is we have the payment method which is like 1 up, 1 down. So the first delivery you don't need to pay it,
Yep.
and the second delivery you need for the second delivery you need to pay the first delivery. So after you sell the item for the first batch, then you can pay after that. So we
Okay,
have that
that's
system.
fine. Yeah, that works over that little problem I've got. Yeah.
So are we gonna have a deal for that 3 to 5 cases for the first week of December?
I think we put in a couple of cases to start off with, see how it goes. I don't want to overcommit myself.
Yeah, sure. Whatever, like maybe around 3 cases for the meantime for the small part of the kiosk.
So 3 cases will
Together
fit on.
with we will deliver the 3 cases at the same time together with the kiosk that we have with your
Okay.
store.
Sounds good. Yeah.
How about it? Okay, sure. Thank you.
Okay. So it's hard, eh? It's hard not to blurt out an answer. It's hard. But just keep the conversation going, keep asking the questions, having the discussion, and all of a sudden you'll find, hey, things actually work out. Or what I'm saying, you can come up with some solutions that maybe is going to, you know, overcome the problem. Well done, you guys. It takes a little bit to stop and think about it, but the more we do it, the more you'll become proficient with, I've got the answer in my head, but I'm not sure it's the right one, so I'm just going to clarify things. So remember the first or second slide that went up, always clarify, make sure it's a real objection, just turn it around into a question, make sure it's all going okay, and then you can come up with the answer working together. Now, if there's a problem that you can give an answer to, yes, you can give a direct answer. So this comes in boxes of 6. No, actually we've put them into boxes of 12 or 15 or 20. Okay, so if there's a clarification, yeah, clarify it. You don't have to go through the process and give that direct or indirect answer. Okay? Who's game? So go.
Very nice. Very nice. Is it harder?
Hi.
How are you?
Not too bad. Grab a seat.
The biscuit.
Like we are coming
Biscuit.
into the market with the
Biscuit.
chocolate beer. It comes Dagger brand. So this is our product. You can see.
Okay, yep.
So it
I
is
really like the design actually, you know, with the Whittaker's logo like that.
actually we are like more. It is mostly for the women. We are attracting women for it. So it comes with the 4.7% of the alcohol, which is the more lesser one compared to the other brand.
Yep.
And this it's the best beer. Actually, we have done a survey in the Auckland city. In this, we have find that 98% of the people give us the positive feedback on the chocolate beer, and 2% were like mostly were the male who give some of the negative.
So 98% were positive.
Yeah,
It was-
mostly
Was
were
that
the
men
women.
and women? Is
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
So mostly were women who like this product and they have tried it.
Yeah. Well,
So-
certainly we don't have a lot of women in here drinking beer. Yeah.
Yeah, but it is it has been considering that it is good for the women, and women always have like the sweet taste also. So they can use this product is like it is very relevant for the people who eat meat. They can have it after the meal also. So it is less. They can drive also like in more. It contains less alcohol.
Okay.
So
Well,
people
that's been a
can-
problem in
yeah,
Auckland
in
here.
yeah, for driving
Yep.
with so it is good. So like I want as I have researched that your store is selling the different products of beers and everything.
Yep.
So I would like to make a deal. So it is a product we want to sell to you in a market. It is costing $7.
Yep.
But we can have like I will sell you at the $4, and plus if you purchase 100 like more than 50 cases, we will give you some of the cases in free.
So if I order a certain quantity,
Yeah.
I get a whole lot of stuff free.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, maybe
Free
like,
stuff. Yippee! I love free stuff.
Yeah, it's good. Like
So
we
you're
will-
trying to get rid of this, obviously,
Yeah,
if you're
it's-
giving it away free.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it becomes easier for
Okay. Okay. Don't give anything away free. Okay, so what you've done is given me a whole lot of bonuses that I don't know whether I need or not. And at the moment, I haven't heard any benefits for me. Okay, okay. So you've identified a growing market, you've got your research to pick that up, but at the moment I'm thinking, you've got a whole lot of beer, you want to sell me all this stuff and give me a whole lot of free stuff because maybe it's not selling very well or it's an opening offer or whatever. Okay, so You never sell cheap and you never sell free. Okay? If towards the end there's a promotional offer going where you might do this, but it's part of negotiation that if you do this, I'll do that. Okay? Always get a benefit out of it. Okay? If you're going to do some sort of promotional offer. Okay. Now, the big thing is, you haven't asked me any questions yet. Like, you've got your presentation mapped out, so you need to know, am I interested in this or not?
Okay. So are you interested in this product?
Yes, I am, Sega. I am interested. The reason I'm interested is because I think Whittaker's is a great company and has always given really good products and whatever.
So you have different section for the putting our product in different different departments.
Yeah, well, I've got spirits and I've got a big wine department, and I've got beers over it, sort of towards the back there a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah.
And how will be the promotion activity in your store advertisement or?
Well, I've got regular customers coming in on an ongoing basis. We don't get a lot of new customers. Like, we sell plenty of product, but they tend to come in on a Friday, Saturday, pick it up for the weekend, either their bottles of wine or casks of beer or whatever. So we don't do a lot of promotional stuff outside. Every now and again we'll do some promotional stuff in the store.
So you can put our product in different section.
Yeah, but
So you direct the
how are the
customer.
customers going to know that I've got it? Like,
We can put some of the hoardings outside your store, so we can be seen to the
yeah, it's
customer.
not really set up for putting out sort of stuff outside though. So that I don't know whether the council would be that happy about all that. So.
Okay, and what we can do.
Okay, so what's the answer?
Asking the question that
Where do you want to
yeah.
to put these promotional
What promotional
materials?
activity
Okay,
can
you've started off well. Who's going to sit in? Someone hasn't had a turn yet.
Go Robert.
Yeah.
Roberto.
Nice,
Roberto.
Good job,
So
Saga.
evidences that you don't have the certain preferences for the promotion.
Yeah, well, suggesting going outside's a little bit awkward for me because we haven't got a lot of street room out there. So yeah, we've never ever really done that.
Yes, but I cannot do it. We have a team that have the staff, train the staff to know about the products and to I think it's good for you to increase the sales and in terms of branding, do you think the brand is how important branding?
But branding is really important, yeah. And that's why I like this product, because most people know the Whittaker's brand. It's in New Zealand here, it's a very trusted brand here.
Yeah, the Whittaker is very popular in New Zealand. And,
Yep. So what sort of promotional activity do you see with this new product?
Last question.
Yes, I have some the promoted
Okay, who wants to take over? Okay, NJ. Sorry, Ray. Okay, so what sort of promotional activities do you think you're going to do with this new product?
So since this is a restaurant and maybe
No, so
It's liquor show.
liquor shop.
You're in a different spot. I know that.
So basically, what I was thinking about was that maybe we could have one of our guys dress up as a mascot of our brand, and maybe they could sell beer. So that would be a good one.
So they'll come into the store.
Yeah, and they will work for you. But they are.
Free labour, that's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And I think the big benefit of doing something like that, it actually gets the story out to my other staff members, so they get to find out a little bit about the product as well.
Yeah, and they can help train your employees as well. So that would be a win-win for both of us.
Yep. I like win-win.
Yeah.
Question.
Question. Okay, what more promotional activities do you think?
Okay, that's
That's
the
the
key,
key.
isn't it? Okay, this is what we've got outlined. I've agreed with that. What else would you like to see? Okay, what else would you like to see? Okay, well in our store, especially coming after Christmas with the promotions with new products, often we do taste testing, and so we just have a few bottles aside, and especially going into a new market, you know, people are a little bit dubious about changing their preferences. So I just wonder whether you can give us some product to do some taste testing.
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. Yeah, I can surely do that for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'd like a little bit to try myself, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, but, actually, I have some back in my cars.
Have you?
Yeah.
Free product, that's yippee! I love that.
So maybe we can, join after this successful meeting of ours.
Yeah, well, that would be good, yeah.
Yeah. And what else?
Well, we have different promotional ideas. Certainly, having stuff on the shelf with a little blurb on what it is. People are going to come in here not understanding that chocolate and beer are going to go together, like we haven't any chocolate beers in the shop. And so having some information that we can give to them, that sort of helps the whole process, especially if it's going into the women's market. I mostly get males in here buying the beer.
Maybe, so what I was thinking about was that since we have our man over here, maybe he can answer some of the questions for the customers, and maybe we could have the kiosk, like a digital kiosk thing. Maybe that will, a visual representation.
Yeah,
of,
I haven't really got room for a digital kiosk like that.
Yeah, it will be small. Don't worry about it. We've got a plenty big store for that.
Yeah, I'd be a little bit dubious about putting that in. Yeah.
So what do you think? Like, what should we do? Because
Well, I'd like the little pamphlets with some of the information. That always goes down well, especially going into a new market. I see the big problem here is we're tapping into a market that I have really no experience, women drinking beer. And yeah, it's not a market that I'm familiar with, and most women aren't coming in here to buy beer, they'd be buying wine. So.
yeah, we can do that. Pamphlets and flyers, we can make them available.
Okay.
We have quite some great artists artwork at the Whitakers, and so we can have them design a very visual and very catchy pamphlets. So
Yep.
that'll work out, I think.
Yep, and I think having the Whitakers brand quite prominent, I think that's the key to this, because then people understand where it's all come from.
Yeah, I think the association is very important. So
Yeah.
that's a really good point.
Yeah, and some people do support New Zealand, so while we do have imported beers, I think being a New Zealand beer, I think would probably be an advantage. Yep.
I think that's a really, really good point, because LNP does the same thing, and I think that it's working really great for them.
Yeah, well, yeah, except LMP's now owned by Coca-Cola, I think, and that's a big international brand. So.
Yeah, but they're still using the same marketing tactics.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
So I think we'll do great by making it NZ prominent.
Yeah. So what are you, whereabouts else is this going to be stocked?
Pardon?
Whereabouts are you selling this product? Where else are you selling it?
But not nearby. In your particular area, you will be a main distributor for this, and the other one will be at. It's a bit far away, but it will be in the other countdown. So it's quite far away, and you'll have the area for yourself.
Okay, so it's quite exclusive to my particular area.
Yes.
Well, that's a benefit. So how do we get the customers in here, Sandra?
As well, this is your area, and you've been working with other companies. How do you think that we can get them to?
Excellent. Absolutely excellent. Yeah. You thought about it for a little bit? Yeah. Well, I'm thinking that the wives of the guys that come in here are probably my first choice, Yeah, that would be the low hanging fruit. And I just wonder whether we can't do something sort of local for the wives, have an evening where they invite the wives in and they try it all out and do a promotion like that, just to get them used to the fact that, hey, there's a sweet beer on the market.
Yeah, maybe we can do that, and maybe we can, maybe we can give them samples with the other beers that the guys take to
Okay.
take them home.
Okay.
That'll be really good. I think.
Okay, and you've got plenty of beer to give away for samples and stuff.
Yeah, I think because you are the exclusive in this area, I think we can do that.
Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, I like that thinking. Yep.
Again, a win-win for both of us.
Yeah, I like win-win.
Some boy.
Okay, who wants to take in for the last 30 seconds? Sure. Well done. But what I liked about Sanjay is he started talking and then he'd stop and think and then turn it around. Okay? So yeah, I like this win-win situation if we can do that promotion, yeah.
Yeah, so when do you suppose do you have some sales space empty for our product?
Yeah, like it won't be a lot to start off with, but I'm pretty keen to go ahead, yeah.
So how many cases are you thinking?
Let's put in a couple to start off with and see how it goes. Yep.
Any other apart from tablet, do you need another thing to go with the promotion?
The offer from your compatriot, he offered me a whole lot of free stuff to give away. So if we can get that in pretty quickly so that my staff become aware of the product, and we certainly do some sampling, sending it home with some of the guys that come in to buy beer.
Okay, definitely that can be done, and we'll be sending off a few samples to you, and then the 2 cases come along.
Okay.
When do you want them to come so that start?
If we can make it sort of 1st of December or first week in December, so that we're getting ready for the Christmas rush, that would be good, yeah.
Yeah, that would be great. So should I pen down this deal and put you in for the December first week?
Yep, that would be good.
Thank
Okay.
you. Nice day. Thank you.
Okay, so the question was, I said it was good, I like the idea, it's a buying signal, okay, so ask the question. I may not buy, but I'm moving along towards that situation. Okay?
That was really good. I quite enjoyed
Getting
it.
clearer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not really tough, but if you come up with a good idea, I'm not going to say that's a terrible idea. I'm going to say, yeah, that's okay, you can explain how it works. Okay, I'm going to give you room to move and develop your presentation. So it's not going to be all negative, but as long as you're prepared and you stop before and think before you speak and go down that line of thinking. Okay, because it's so easy to say, I've prepared this is the answer. Where it might be the answer you think's right, but it may not be the right answer for me. So just clarify it. That's the key thing. Nav, want to have a go, turn? Except we're changing it. It's now a supermarket. Okay. And Prince, you haven't had a turn, have you? So you're the first step in. Hello, Nav. You're even on time. Welcome. Have a grab a seat.
Thank you. I am here for a deal with our chocolate beer.
Yep.
We are launching the chocolate beer last week, and we are here to introduce that beer with you because it is new in market, and we really want you to deal with that because you are a precious customer for us. We are selling our old versions of beer to you, but this is the new one, and we really want to sold this out. And
So this is a chocolate beer going together. And Whittaker's are really well known for their chocolate. I'm not too sure they're well known for their beer.
sorry. You have all the all other beers, and your margin is good. You are new in the public, So we are here to.
Okay, I'm a supermarket, remember? Okay, yeah. Okay.
People are coming here for buying beer stuff, and you have the wines and beer. So we want to put our beer in your store. We are dealing with
Okay,
you.
so just stop. Instead of saying we're wanting to put the beer in the store, turn it around. How do you feel about a new opportunity to say another beer which is going to grow your market? A leading question to get me involved. At the moment you're doing all the talking. Remember, one mouth, two ears. So explain your presentation, but then check how I feel about it and how I see this opportunity. Okay, so always come back and make sure that I'm involved in it. Okay?
I have a plan and a good deal for you. Like if you are buying some stuff, like you are buying 2 cases from us, then we are giving you 10% of margin
Yep.
in starting. But if you are putting some more cases, then our margin will be grown up, and we will give you 20 or 25% margin. And it is
So what is my margin to start off with?
it is 10% margin.
Yeah, I'm getting 10%,
Yeah.
and if I buy more than 2 cases, I get another 10%,
Yes.
and then I get another 20% if I buy more again.
No, if you are buying up to 10 cases, then
Yep.
we are giving you 25% margin on that.
Oh, total.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. That's a little bit lower than what I'm actually getting on my normal beers, actually.
Okay, so you give me an idea what you want from us. Like, what margin do you want from us?
Okay. What I want is 300%.
One.
Okay. So go back. Oh, I've taken off. Go back to the lesson on how do you sell the price. Okay. So you've got to come in with a really good idea on what the price is going to be, and you're not going to sell me price. You're going to sell me margin. So you're talking the right language, but 10% margin, not interested. Okay. So think about how much margin is on these products. So you've got to develop, and the margin going into the supermarket is going to be less than going into a restaurant, and it's going to be, the supermarket's going to be less than the wine shop. So in this case, yep, we're getting high turnover, low margin for a supermarket product, but 10% is not going to cut it. Okay,
We
so,
will increase our margin. You just start first deal with us. In first case, we will give you just 10%. After that, we will increase that.
okay, it's still not enough. Yeah, so has anybody looked at the margin on beer or wine? The real margin?
No, we don't.
Okay, it's heaps. It's heaps. So supermarket wine, they're going to be making probably at least 50%. The beer market, because it's a bulk product that they just make vats of it, you know, they make 20,000 litres at a time. So it's probably costing $1 a can, you know, and they're selling it for $4 or $5 a can. So the margins can be quite big. Make it attractive. This is your new opportunity for me. I don't care whether I sell chocolate beer, bars of chocolate, or t-shirts. I'm looking for margin and turnover in a supermarket. That's how you're going to sell it. Different in the wine shop, but we've just changed the scenario. Okay, so you want to carry on?
Yes.
Okay.
Um,
So the margin is not quite enough, Nav.
okay, we will increase that.
Okay, that's good.
And tell me something about your promotions for this. Do you have any proper space for put our products?
Yeah, well, in the supermarket we have one area put aside for the alcohol, and our promotions are normally designed around end of displays, end of shelf. So instead of being on the shelf, our promotional products are in a special display case, and they're right where people walk past. And we'd have a banner underneath with a pricing
in the starting, we are offering some samples, like we are offering 5 ml samples for customers for testing, and it is a great opportunity for that to taste first and after buy. So it will increase your buying, and it is easy to that to making decisions. So
Okay. So I'd have someone come into the supermarket and they'd give sampling as people walk past.
yes.
Okay.
For,
Yeah, we've done that
first
before.
1 or,
So.
1 or 2 weeks only.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't want too many people in there for too long. But certainly I've done that before and it's been very successful. Yeah.
Yes. So, would you like to buy it?
But how are people going to know about it? Why would they come into the supermarket to buy chocolate beer?
Like they are buying, they are coming here for buying their supermarket products. Then we are offering them a free sample of that. Then it will easy for them to taste first and buy after that.
But who's going to buy it?
Customers.
Yeah, no, but who? Who's my like? Not all my customers are going to buy this because they don't all drink beer. Yeah.
We are targeting the women because the taste of the beer is sweet and it is a less quantity. It has less quantity of alcohol. So we are targeting the all age of women group.
Okay, so this is a beer for women because I don't sell a lot of beer for
This
women.
is a beer for both, but the priority of us is to sell it for women because the taste of the beer is sweet.
Okay, so that's a feature. That's a feature. What's the benefit?
You can grow
The
some
market.
women like
Growing the market. Yeah, this is a new market, isn't it? So I'm saying, hey, I don't have women coming in here to buy beer because most of them don't drink it. You've got a sweet beer aimed at women. So those are features. The benefit, new market, more sales. Okay?
Because most of the women are going to supermarkets because they are handling their household stuff. So I am quite sure about that.
Hello? Probably. I actually do the supermarket shopping, but that's okay, yeah. If you want to make an assumption that women make it do all the shopping, yep, that's fine. That's fine.
So I hope they will like it. So would you like to buy it?
What I'd like to see is your promotional program, so I know that people are going to find out about this. And I need to look at sort of what margins I'm going to make on it over a period of time. And any data you've got on how successful this has been in the past.
Like we are launching this recently after few weeks ago. So we have a good response from people, and we have this chart of process.
Okay, so what could Nav use here? Feel, felt, found. Okay, so we've introduced this into the Hamilton branch. Okay, what Fred down there felt was I wasn't too sure. Tried it, and what they found was this, and this. So a good way is to use feel, felt, found. So, and that's just saying someone else had the same reservations, same questions, and this is what they found when they went with it. Okay, so use those techniques. Go back and feel comfortable with those techniques.
Yes, so we have these figures. We have we achieved the great success. So we want to put this beer in supermarkets right now. We sold it in restaurants and some liquor stores, but we really want to sell it.
Okay. Well, I think it should go great, and the key I think is the Whittaker's brand. You know, that's the key.
I
That
know you are selling our brand's chocolate, so we want you please just try it, and I hope you will be achieve a good margin.
yeah. Well, certainly
And
the.
it will increase your customer service.
Certainly the Whittaker's chocolate sells really well. They're one of our major sellers. So I see this working quite well actually as a complementary type product. Yeah.
So would you like to try?
I think we need to put some in and give it a go. Yeah. Thank you, Nav. Okay, so just to finish off, you would confirm the order, quantity, and delivery terms, stuff like that. Are you getting a feel for it?
Yes.
Want to have a go, Prince? Good man. Okay, we're a supermarket again.
Yep.
Hello. Hi, Russell. How are you? Grab a seat. Yep, no trouble, no trouble. It's actually a nice day, isn't it? You know, just, I don't know what we're doing here inside. We should go for a walk and grab a coffee somewhere. Yeah.
So I'm here to review with Toby's beer.
Yep.
So it's a new beer. So I have to sell you a product. I'm here to
You're not here to sell me a product. You are here to introduce a product to me to see if
Yeah.
there's an opportunity to do business. Yeah.
So can you tell me what do you think like you can sell this product? Because we are targeting only women and teenagers who can who can drink this beer. Because we
So it's a beer for women?
yeah, women and teenagers.
Okay.
Because it has less percentage, like 7% alcohol, and it's sweet in taste. So women and teen can drink it. So can you tell me please, how can you sell this product to your customer? To your store?
Well, yeah, I'm not too sure actually because in my experience, not a lot of women actually come in here and buy beer. You know, like they'll be doing their shopping and often pick up a bottle of wine, but not a lot of women actually drink beer, I don't think.
So you can give them a sample. So if they taste and they like it, so they can buy that product. So
Well, I think the sampling is probably key to this because they're not going to buy a whole lot of beer without actually understanding the taste because they don't normally drink beer. Yeah.
that's why I said you give them sample.
Yep.
So after the taste, they can buy this product. So can you tell me how your promotions are going? Like your team.
Well, within the supermarkets, what we do is put out a pamphlet once a week with all our specials, and that goes to a number of letterboxes that drops around here. So we've got young kids walking around the neighbourhood, popping them in the letterboxes, and that tends to bring people in, and they tend to buy the special. Yeah, but other than that, we do national TV advertising, but nothing specific about products.
So it's helpful for you to promote your new product in the market.
Sampling?
Yeah, sampling and promotion activities.
Yeah.
Can use.
We don't do a lot in beer. We've done it with wine in the past.
So
But before we get to that, what's in it for me?
yeah, we have 10% margin for you.
10% is not enough. I get 35% on all my beers at the moment.
In the first order, you can get 10%, and if you done well, so in the next order you can get 15 or 20%.
Yeah.
So is it okay?
35% is where I am. I don't think I'd want to put a beer in the market that I'm going to get less money on. Like I don't really care what products I sell, but I need margin and I need to sell it regularly. That's how I make my money. And if I don't put your product in, I'm going to put another product in and make 35%.
So
Okay, how do we cover this one? Before you present the benefits, you know, the costings and whatever, just check the market. Okay, check the market. Because 10% on beer is not going to be enough. Okay, 10% on beer. So it's the same with NAV.
Maybe.
I wouldn't
40,
put in a
50.
product at 10%, knowing that I've got the cost of shelf space, you know, people and whatever. I'm not going to make any money out of it. Okay, so your margin is 35%. Okay.
So can you tell me how much you can take the order, first order? How much?
Well, I'm not too sure I'm going to put it in here because I'm not too sure how many people are actually going to buy this. At the moment, I don't have any chocolate beer, so I'm just not too sure how it's going to go.
Do you have any?
Okay, what's the answer? Feel, felt, found. Fred, down in Hamilton, he had the same problem, wasn't too sure about it. But he tried it out, and what he found was, okay, with the taste testing, women actually liked the taste, and the sales started to rise. Okay, so use the techniques, use the techniques. Yeah, okay, well done. Okay, so what it comes down to, preparation, 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 practice, practice, practice. Okay, the 6 P's of presentations. So having your scenario very, very clear in your own mind on what your scenario is, that's the start, isn't it? So that's the preparation. I also am going to have a scenario. Okay, as far as how the wine shop is actually working. So I'm going to have some, well, basically a scenario about I've got people coming in working for me and, you know, Christmas is busy and stuff. So it'll be very similar to all of you. The questioning is key, isn't it? To understand what my scenario is, and then you know what to sell me. So you're going to have your data, your presentation ready to go, and you need to be flexible. Flexible in how you actually put it across. So now you're going to marry up. You've heard some of the objections that I've given. I now want you to do some practice on using the techniques to overcome the objection. Like, we've sort of come in without the, yeah, it's a beautiful day and, you know, sales are going well and all the opening rapport building stuff, but I really wanted to just handle the objections part of it. So think about how you're going to do that. We'll just do maybe half an hour of this and then we'll talk about the assignment overall, just to finish off the day. So hop into, we've got 4s there, we've got 3s here, and we've got 3s here. Okay, an observer, a seller, and a buyer. Keep it to maybe 5 minutes max, and then change over. The observer can stop it and say, have you thought about this?